Right now, I'm going to talk about every fish that PetSmart has, if I think they should be selling them, and profiles for all of them. So, first is the comet goldfish. All the time, people get these mixed up with common goldfish and just buy them for their kids' fishbowl or something. But really, they're not feeder goldfish either. They're not common. They're comet goldfish, and they get 12 inches. I think it's 12. It might be 8. They they either get 8 or 12 inches, but they get huge. So you have to keep them in a bigger aquarium than you think you do when you go to the store. And then and when you buy those, you have to watch for ick. But they have a lot of color, different colored ones. That's really all about. Here, I'll show you my comet goldfish really fast. That's mine right there. Got one right there, and then this little one right there. Anyway, and then we've got betta fish. I don't think it's good that they keep them in little cups that aren't very clean, but they do have a good selection of betta fish. And most of the time they're healthy just because they're not on a tank system. They're just in a cup by themselves. And then the glowfish. I've never bought glowfish because I don't think it's right how they do it, but I heard they're fine. I just don't like buying fish that they do that to, because you never know, like. And then angelfish. Here, I'll show you my angelfish real fast. That's him right there. I think he's a marbled angelfish. But anyway, he's angelfish. They usually don't do so good with me. I'll keep them, and I'll keep them for about 2 months, and then they'll die. The only one I've had survive longer than that is this black one that I have, which I actually think will live for its full lifespan. But they usually don't live very long, and they get decently big. They get at the max like 5 or 6 inches, and they do get aggressive once they get full grown, but not super aggressive. And yeah, my PetSmart angelfish never do good, and my Petco angelfish, they do okay, but they're so skinny. They just like all mine. When I first got them, I didn't know this, but my filter was too big. Well, my filter wasn't too big for the tank, but I guess it was like a little too big for the fish, so the current would like weaken them, and then it like sucked them in, and so that killed them. So that's not good. But Severum cichlids. I've never bought these from pet stores. I do have a green Severum right now. It's about probably 3/4 of the way grown. It's not aggressive most of the time. I've never bought it from big stores, so I don't know. Tiger Oscars never do good, ever. PetSmart and Petco's Tiger Oscars are bad. They will die, I promise. They will die after they'll die within a week. They're just not healthy. What else is there? Electric blue Acaras. They're very good looking. I actually just got one from PetSmart, I think 2 weeks ago. It's doing very well. It's living fine. I actually have one that's about this big, living with an Oscar that's about that big from my thumb to my middle finger, and they're doing fine together. So that's good. They get, I think, 6 to 8 inches. Next fish is the Ryukin goldfish. Never had that. I'm pretty sure it's about the same as this goldfish I have right there. These goldfish with the fantails, to me, they all look the same. Except for like the bubble eye goldfish and all that crap. Anyway, and then the Oranda goldfish is the same thing. I don't really know. I've never had platies or mollies, but I've heard the platies are hardy, so I bet they would survive. The sunburst platies look really cool. Silver liertail mollies look cool, but I've heard they like brackish water, so... Rainbow sharks, I don't know, they're pretty aggressive and they get decently big, so you just gotta have the right parameters and stuff. Dwarf gourmet, they do good unless you have fin nippers. I have 2 dwarf gourmet in this tank right here, a blue one and an orange one. And I bought them from PetSmart and they're doing actually really good. But female fancy guppies, I've only bought one from PetSmart, and I'm pretty sure I bought it today actually, and it's just been hiding the whole time. I don't think it's doing very well. I think it's dying. Blood red parrot cichlids, I've only bought one from PetSmart, and it's actually doing very, very well. I bought one convict cichlid from PetSmart. It's also doing very well, but it is aggressive. Like I said, I've never bought platy minnows. I have some plecos, but not high fin. Don't have big gourmet. I do have fancy guppies. The fancy guppies I buy from them usually do good, but I guess it depends which one you get out. Bumblebee cichlids. I didn't buy this one from PetSmart. I got it from a local fish store, but my bumblebee is about 3 inches from full grown, and it's very good looking. What else? Plecos. I've never bought a pleco from PetSmart or Petco, even though I have, I think, 3 plecos. I bought 2 from a KSL breeder, and I bought one of them came with one of my tanks. What else? A black coolie loach. You need to get a lot of them, or else you won't see much of them. I have one, and he's always hiding. He only comes out to eat when I feed. That's it. Turquoise guppies, pretty much the same as fancy guppies. They do fine. I've bought one Jack Dempsey cichlid, and he's actually been doing very well. What else is there? Red-eye tetras. You need to get quite a bit of them for them not to just... or else they'll just sit around and do nothing. My Baylor sharks lasted about 2 months and then they died. And my Blackmore goldfish, he's right here. I've had him for about a month and he's doing really good, but yeah. And then these fish in this 10-gallon tank, they're Neolamprologus caudapicatus. That one's hiding in that hole because the female right here laid eggs in it. But I got those from a local breeder in my neighborhood. And most of the guppies I have, I just bought from KSL breeder as well. And a lot of the fish I have also just came with the tanks I have. But, yeah.